After episode 894 was uploaded, I did come back to the model table. Let's start out today's episode just a little bit different and get right into what happened yesterday evening. Well, here's what happened. I wasn't even going to bring my camera out here this evening. I just sat down at the table and I left the camera sitting beside the computer in the other room, and I started sticking little parts down. I'm guessing 20 minutes at the most were what you see. The only thing is, it is stuck to the waxed paper. I haven't tried to peel it off yet because, well, it's as you can imagine, it's extremely fragile. Maybe we'll move in and I'll video that. Yeah, I don't know what happened this evening. I just didn't feel like videoing for some reason. As I said in yesterday's episode, I'm not discouraged. I'm not depressed. I was just disappointed in myself that I wasn't going to do the soldering. I read the comments already from yesterday's video, and people are trying to be encouraging. Things like you can do it, Ron, and that kind of stuff. But I was feeling kind of pressured into soldering it when I really didn't want to. And I think it was one of the viewers, I think it was Kevin, mentioned most people don't solder these things together. Only the real skilled people do that. Or if you got one of these resistance soldering guns, then I might have tried it if I had one of those. But I don't. Dave, I'm sorry, I don't. I read your comment. And I agree with you. In all likelihood, it probably would have gone just fine, especially if I had to use solder paste. I don't have solder paste, I don't have a resistance soldering gun, and I'm probably not going to get one. I'm just going to do the best I can with what I got. Try and get this hood finished, get started on the Rodney. That's the plan for right now. In the meantime, let's move in a little bit and we'll try and remove this part from our waxed paper. Okay, I think that the place that's going to give us the most problem is going to be where these arms go out. That's where it's going to be the most fragile. Maybe what I should be doing is peeling it back instead of trying to remove a whole lot of area at once. Yeah, it could be the best thing to do would be to try and peel it off. And then I got a feeling that I'm going to have to be doing a lot of scraping. Let's try this one here. Maybe I can get in from the end and sort of. This one seems to be going better. Okay. Now, maybe if I went underneath like this. Oh, it's coming. All right, it should be basically off. Well, let's Where's my other tweezers here? There we go. Okay, let's put that on the, well, you know what? I better clean it up first. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to have to very gently scrape that off. I won't be able to do it on camera, because I want to be able to hold it up close to my face and I think it's going to be all right. Now, I'll be the first to admit that in all likelihood, some of this CA glue could let go, whereas solder would never let go. We'll see you in the morning. It is morning. Yeah, it's kind of just barely morning, but it's morning. And I'm having a much better morning. I'm feeling good about deciding not to do the soldering. Yeah, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of stuff about how, if you're not doing what you want to do, you're not having fun, and if you're not having fun, you're wasting your time. I'm not going to talk about that today. Last night around midnight, we had quite a storm go through here. Now, I slept through it, so I didn't know anything happened until I noticed in my surveillance system that I had a couple of stray garbage cans in the yard. Now, the people that own them have since come by and picked them up, but yeah, we had quite a wind go through here. I'm scared to go look to see if my shingles are all still on, but I imagine they are. I'd be seeing water dripping through my ceiling most likely. Anyway, yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this came out. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not going to solder anything else, but for some reason I just couldn't get into soldering this piece. And it seems to be quite, I guess the word would be screwgal or strong. It seems to be. Anyway, let's move on here. Oh, I got to show you this. Remember our little mini applicator? Well, I took the cigarette lighter, and when I touched it, it flared up because it had the CA glue in it, and then I looked at it, and my little loop was gone. So I haven't looked at it real close yet. We'll stick the macro lens on and see what on earth happened there. I think that the metal melted because of the extra heat. Because of the CA glue and the flame together produced extra heat. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at this before we carry on. See what happened to it. I got a feeling there's going to be just a blob of metal on the end there because I can't see the loop anymore. Now I was using this just the way you saw it there, and it does appear though that the next time I burn it off that it's probably going to burn right through, because it was just a little hair-like strand holding that ball of molten, I guess, brass or copper. It's a copper wire. Yeah, next time I burn it off, it's probably gonna. Then I'll make another loop. But you know, it was working okay as a dipper. It was sort of acting like a honey dipper. Anyway, I have carefully looked at step 58 here, and I think we have done everything. I thought that this step was where we take and try and put our starfish on this part right here, but it's not. It's obviously on the next page. So we are done. Step 58. You know, I almost feel sad. Heavy on the word almost. Okay, step 59 is when we assemble the starfish onto the tripod. And it also looks like this is where we put that other piece that we did a couple of weeks ago. You know, the radar unit. And then there's more photo etch. Oh, goody. It's railing. I think I can cope. Okay, our lighting may not be perfect, but I think you should be able to see our problem here. Alright, let's not bend anything. Now, this right now is drawn right side up. But I think that in order to see that, you know, how we're going to get this positioned, we're going to want to have it upside down. So that means that this points towards these things right here. Now I have not tried this yet. Maybe I should be putting the macro lens on. Now I don't want to accidentally break anything off. When I was gluing these pieces on last night, I was careful not to go too far in, but I'm seeing now I might be, you know, I just don't want to press anything. It's going. It seems to be going in. Okay, I'm going to reposition everything here and get a better hold on this. And the problem I was talking about is that when we drop this piece down, it has to go through a hole that is in the starfish here. Okay, you can see the hole right there where I'm pointing right now, and it then goes into a place on this platform. So that means that the twist, if this platform is slightly off, then so must the starfish be, because otherwise this smaller mast right here is not going to go in a straight line with this main mast right here. I know what I'm saying. I don't think you do. Anyway. Okay, when I was gluing these angle brackets on last night, I thought, if when I go to try and push this down into the, you know, the mast down in here, and it doesn't want to go, what I can always do is shave this down just a little bit, the mast that is. It'll be pretty hard to adjust the anything else. It's got to hold this down or it's going to move. Okay, I can see where I have Am I going to break something, or is it going? It appears to be going down. Well, you know what? I should maybe, let me turn this here now. It's stuck in there. I was looking in the camera there, and everything is backwards. Okay, a couple of minutes has passed here, and I've been thinking about what am I going to do here? And I'm thinking that maybe we should pull it back out again, and and shave it down, because undoubtedly I'm going to want to have to twist it one way or the other so that it will match up with this hole, which I'm probably moving out of your field of view. I said I was looking in the camera before. I meant I was looking in the monitor. And it is so hard to manipulate everything when it's upside down and backwards. Okay, thinking out loud again. Yeah, I'm gonna shave this plastic mass down just a little bit, so that it will be a loose fit, and that way when we have to, twist it one way or the other. Once again, thinking out loud. I got 400 grit sandpaper here. Now, I have to be careful how I grab onto this thing, because there's so many, I'm going to want to be squeezing it pretty hard. And on the other hand, I don't want to be breaking off little tiny pieces. Okay, I think you get the idea. I'm just going to keep working at it. Okay, let's check it out and see if we have to do any more here. Well, it's seated, but are we going to be able to twist it without... Oh yeah, I think we will be able to twist it if we have to. And undoubtedly we're going to have to. Now, remember we stuck this part in this piece of styrofoam and put it away for safekeeping, and so far I have managed to not bend anything. However, I can well imagine that by the time we get this part stuck on that part, that there's going to be almost no way that I can safely lay this thing down. So I think what I'm going to do is I take this piece of styrofoam and make 2 more holes in it so that we can... Whoops, I'm bending my little photo etch leg here. Okay, it's back. Okay, so yeah, so that we can stick it down in this piece, and then have it so that I can leave it standing up until it's time to put it on the ship. Now, it could also be that the best thing to do is put it on the ship and be done with it, but I think it would be easier to get this piece lined up with this piece just right before it's stuck on the ship. Now, And also there's another part that has to go right in here. You can see it there towards the end of step 59. Once again, thinking out loud here. Okay. Now the bottom of this is keyed, but I don't think we actually need that. This is the first time I'm trying it, by the way. Okay, now it's in line if I go up this way, but how is it if I go the other way? It's not too bad, actually. It could be that we have to twist our starfish slightly this way. We can't do too much about pulling it back. All we can do is turn it this way, which will make the upper mast rock back and forth. I think that's not too bad, actually. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe what I should do is fasten it just right here, maybe from underneath. And then what we can do is, if all the other joints are loose, then when we twist the starfish back and forth, it will cause the mast to get just right, if you know what I mean. And that's pretty close right now, actually. And yes, the starfish might not be at the exact angle, if you know what I mean, but we do want to make sure that we have it horizontal. I think probably 90 degrees to this mast right here. And it looks like we have to put another little piece right in there that's probably going to come out at an angle, probably just about straight towards you. Okay. Now, while I'm handling this thing, there is the possibility that these tripod legs could pull out of the hole, and the whole thing could fall on the floor or whatever. Because what I want to be able to do is be able to, handle this thing and maybe have to turn it upside down and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. And I don't like sticking masking tape onto the plastic that I'm going to be later painting. But I was thinking of trying rubber bands. And I thought, no, this may not work. It's not exactly the way I wanted it to come. I wanted it to come more of an angle like this. Okay. Now I'll do the same on the other side. There. No, I do believe that this is going to prevent it from... I just want to make sure it's not going to tip back. No, both of these are ahead of that post, so... Alright, I feel a little better now. Okay, now we wanted to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this smaller mast, right? So, I haven't tried this yet, so you're probably going to have a good laugh or cry along with me here. Now this should not pull out of there. That's what the masking tape was all about. Whoops. Well, that didn't go as planned, did it? I may as well have done it from the top. Now, this should, even though the glue will harden a little bit, in fact it'll harden a lot, but I should be able to move it afterwards. Let's just try and get it straight now. It's pretty much right. And looking straight down on it, it could maybe twist a little bit to the right here. No, that's not right. Go like this. Well, that's not straight. I think that's better. Yeah, let's just let that cure. I'd hope not to get any CA on the top of this little platform here. I wonder if there's supposed to be a railing or something go around this. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get to that, but it won't be today. Okay, let's check that and make sure it doesn't need any adjusting, because once that glue sets, that's it. And the other side. We are going to have to call it a day. Where has the time gone? Thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.